Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me this afternoon. Hopefully, you've all got your lunch ready, or you've got your sandwich, whatever you're going to have for your lunch today. We're going to be discussing a really great topic today, which is how to make your applications work better for you and your teams, and ways in which that you can actually kind of use your applications to your advantage and really make sure that everyone is taking kind of advantage of the applications that are available to them. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen with you, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. Perfect. So I'll take you through a little bit of how the Okta platform can help you today with your applications and make them work harder for you. And then we'll also have some time for some Q&A. So if you do have any questions that you'd like to ask, or even if it's about a specific app, then let me know. Now, if you weren't aware of what Okta is, it's a completely cloud-based identity access management solution. It's been born and bred in the cloud and has always been cloud native and cloud first. So you can really future proof your identity choice. And it also makes it a lot easier for you to connect into your applications because it has the largest pre built application network of any identity provider. Over thousands of apps are available pre configured, which means that it's so much easier for you to set them up. And there's also amazingly in depth guides, step by step, to take you through that. Now, today I'm going to sign into my little demo instance here and show you what it looks like for somebody signing in through the online portal. Now, we do have desktop SSO and also server access through Okta Access Gateway. So please don't think this is kind of the ultimate and the be all and end all of what Okta can do. This is just what it would be like for your standard day to day applications, whether those are on premise, in the cloud, or a hybrid deployment. Now, as you can see, when I go to sign in, it's prompted me for an extra factor. This is because at the moment, obviously, given the current circumstances of the pandemic, we are working from home. So we have a policy that prompts me for an extra factor to verify that I am who I say I am because I'm not coming from a known location. So I'm just going to hit send push, and it's going to send a notification through to my phone that I can verify. And then it's going to use my Face ID as well on my iPhone to verify that I am definitely who I am and not just somebody with my device. Now, if you don't have Face ID on your device, it's not a problem. We can use fingerprint sensors as well, and many different biometric sensors as well if you're not using a mobile device that has them. Now I'm into my application kind of front end, and here I can see all of the different applications that I have assigned to me. Now I can sort these into different groups, and it makes it really nice and easy to work with. Now, I can go ahead and use many different ways to connect into the different applications that I have assigned to me, such as Salesforce, a really common one. This is a great one because it uses SAML. And because it uses SAML, it also has different options available, such as automated provisioning. So, what that will do is go ahead and actually make the user for you in Salesforce when you make it in Okta, and then also match up the licensing and what access they should have. And as that changes, as they move through the business, it will go ahead and do that too. And then, of course, when they leave, it will be far quicker than if you were going to go ahead and disable them yourselves, because obviously it takes a long time to disable the account and then every single end application account. So it's much better to have it done all automatically for you. It's far more secure. And of course, you can just be sure that everything has been kind of switched off as and when it should be. So that's a really quick and easy win with thousands of applications with Okta that have this SAML and lifecycle management integration that really will prevent your service desk team from having a whole load of requests for, minor application access changes. And it also just makes it far more secure if somebody is ever leaving, the risk of a disgruntled employee trying to log in, getting access just in the nick of time, and, downloading emails or contact lists or, the CRM database, then you can obviously save yourself a whole lot of hassle. Now, we don't just hook into things like Salesforce, we can provide single sign on for applications such as Confluence, Office 365, AWS, pretty much you name it. We can do it. Even if it's not one of the pre-written applications in the Okta application network, we can actually go ahead and use templates to just do that kind of SWA, that secure web authentication piece, to give you that single sign-on, whether it's for like a custom application that perhaps you guys built on site, or if you've got kind of an older legacy application that maybe doesn't support the newer style of authentication methods. Now, with Office 365 and AWS, we can actually offer federated access as well, which again can provide a much more granular automatic provisioning. And that is down to even the license distribution. So here I'm just going to jump into OneDrive, and it's actually asked for extra verification again because I'm working from home. So we're going to send the push through to my phone again. And it's asked me if it's me. I'm going to say, yes, it's me on my phone. And then when it updates, I'm in. There we go. Always takes a couple of minutes whenever you're live. And now, as you can see, I'm straight into Okta, and I can even have a whole host of different accounts that I can choose as and when I want to. So if you do have extra accounts or dual accounts, such as, an admin one that's assigned to you and your everyday, then you can choose between them. Once I choose whatever account I want, then I get all of the different access for files and shared files through that. Now, with Office 365 licensing, the costs can rapidly add up. So I always suggest to use the federated access and the automatic license provisioning to really save yourselves a lot of time and a lot of money, hopefully. We can also use something called JIT provisioning, which is just in time provisioning, which basically means that we don't actually go ahead and try and make that account Office 365 side or activate it and apply those licenses until it's actually the first logon. That again reduces the amount that you're spending in licenses unnecessarily because a lot of the time, HR will send the request through 30 days in advance, for example, and then everybody will just go ahead and make the account. That could create a lot of unnecessary wastage in licensing and also a lot of extra costs for the business that potentially you don't always want. So I know that was potentially a bit of a baptism of fire into Okta, especially while you're eating your lunch. But essentially, I just wanted to show you guys the easy ways that you can make quick wins and make your applications work harder for you, work a lot better for your end users, and also in a much more secure way through not only giving people one centralized place to access them, but second of all, by providing you that automatic provisioning and deprovisioning of accounts and licensing, and also reducing costs to the business by removing that unnecessary licensing and that wastage. Once more, I always say to people, a fine line is always walked with security, where it can be a little bit over the top sometimes, and then people will always find a way around it. Because we can have very granular policies based on location, device type, or even the application that you're accessing, we can provide kind of extra factors or step up authentication to go ahead and ask your users to verify only when it's needed and not unnecessarily, which really helps to prevent against people just trying to find ways around things or just going ahead and either sharing accounts or kind of leaving themselves logged in just for easiness. So you guys might have some questions, so I'll leave some time for some questions. Go ahead and pop them in the chat if you do. But if you are done, if you've eaten your sandwich and you've got to get on with the rest of your day, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. And hopefully you learned a little bit more about Okta and how it can really benefit your business and your applications, not only for your end users, but also for your service desk teams and your security teams as well. Thank you so much and take care, everyone.